And welcome to day 2 of Stoic Week with me, Sam. It's currently Tuesday, the 27th. Good, because it's day 2. And it's pretty much the same as yesterday, actually. I had to go to work early in the morning, but tomorrow I don't have to get up until at least 8:30, so I definitely have lots of time for early morning reflection. So today I thought I'd talk to you a bit more about thoughts I've been having, thinking about Stoicism in general, how it's been benefiting me. I did my normal walk into work, racking up what I'm doing during the day, which again is helpful and an actual useful skill to learn. But things that I actually did today outside of the normal, from the normal being yesterday, I suppose. Well, I thought I'd talk to you about what I've experienced. And I was looking at the art of self-retreat. For those of you that don't know, I don't have the booklet to hand, because I realise that some of you listeners may well have absolutely no idea what you've stumbled across in the weird part of YouTube. And I thought I'd read you a bit that's given in the booklet from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations 4.3, in which he says, "People seek retreats for themselves in the countryside, by the seashore, in the hills, and you too have made it your habit to long for that above all else. But this is altogether unphilosophical, when it is possible for you to retreat into yourself wherever you please. For nowhere can one retreat into greater peace or freedom from the care than within one's soul, especially when a person has such things within him that he merely has to look at them to recover from that moment peace there. To recover from that moment peace there. Sorry. To recover from that moment perfect ease of mind, and by ease of mind I mean nothing other than having one's mind in good order. So constantly grant yourself this retreat, and so renew yourself, but keep within you concise and basic precepts that will be enough, at first encounter, to cleanse you from all distress, and to send you back without discontent to life to which you will return." And basically what he's saying is, don't run away somewhere like, I don't know, the beach or into the countryside to relax. You can relax in here. To quote Milton, the mind can create a heaven or a hell. Paraphrase, I should say. But yes, so the idea is we, during this week, might look into what's going on in our lives and think for a while on some of the basic Stoic precepts. Now today I tried, it was for a very short time. What was it I looked at? I chose the topic, "We are not disturbed by events, but by our opinion about events." This takes a very, it's very objective, I thought. My first thought about this objective thought was that it was objective. We are not disturbed by events, but by our opinions of them. And I thought, well, okay, that's, fair enough. We are disturbed by our emotions. It's not necessarily the event's fault, it's our own, or the fact that we get too heavily invested in it. Now, the question, of course, then is, should you just go through life like as a marble sculpture, unable to change your appearance, change your face, unable to actually exist? You're this big marble sculpture, you can't move. You can tell I'm not being very eloquent today. Sorry, I've stayed up. I didn't get a huge amount of sleep last night, and it's getting late in the day. But yes, so I was thinking, okay, that's one thing you can take away from this. We are not disturbed by events, but by our opinions of them. No, I do not actually think that this is intended for you to go through life without emotions. The idea is, or at least the idea I thought was, yes, we can be disturbed by these things by ourselves, but what we should try to do is understand, why are we disturbed about this? Think about it rationally, don't let yourself get too heavily invested. And then you think, okay, I don't know, I missed the bus, that's horrible. I didn't miss the bus, I'm just struggling for things to think about here. I missed the bus, it's a horrible thing. Well, to quote another thing that Stoicism supposedly stands for, or so I've been told it stands for, apologies if I get something wrong here, I am not a Stoic. I am trying to understand Stoicism in a week. I am as close to a layman, I think, you can get in classics to Stoicism. So yes, to quote another Stoic ideal, you remember that you do not have control over everything in life. Some things you do have control over, like, say, whether you buy a book or not, and some things you don't have control over. So, for example, the rain, the weather in general, other things happening around you. So this lack of control, this lack of being unable to change anything. I was talking to someone earlier, and this thought came up. That can be quite a depressing thought. You can think, "Oh, there's nothing I can do. My life is over." Arg. But I think this is actually something we worry about too much. Is worrying about things, trying to control things, trying to be something we can't be. When we say we can't control everything, we realise our place in the universe. Another one of the exercises is actually to think of yourself where you stand in the universe, where you fit in. And it is very easy for you to sit there and think, I am this dot on a planet in a galaxy, in the universe. How important am I? Oh my god, I'm so depressed. But it's also worth realising I am this dot. I am in this world, and I can make some changes around me. Some things will happen in life that I just can't control because I am this dot. I'm not the universe. I can't control everything. I physically can't. I don't think that's depressing. That's being realistic with your life. And so to go back in this train of thought, in that you can't control anything in your life, some things even in life, some things are out of your control. Let things happen. If you can't control them, don't get too flustered. Try and figure your way out of the situation, but if you get flustered, too heavily flustered, what's what's that going to solve? You're not making anything any better, really. So we are not disturbed by events, but by our opinions of them. I think this relates directly to that, and that's what I sort of ruminated on for about 5-10 minutes this afternoon. That's the thing that's got to be most today, I think, is thinking that in our modern society we think too much about ourselves. In some ways, we are very concerned about what we can and can't do in the day. We rush about. We do all sorts of things. We worry. I know at times I have worried about the fact that I'm worrying about something, and it just don't worry too much about something. Just do it. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Do what you can with your life. You don't live forever. That is a depressing thought in some respects, but it's also, realize that yes, I am going to die one day. I can't do everything that I can't do everything in the world. I can't read every book in the world. I can't sing every song, hear every piece of music, see every building. But what I can do is try and live my life to its full. And I think this is what Stoicism does well. It's got a strict set of rules, but when you get down to it, it's quite laid back about your life. And if you try and remain vaguely laid back and enjoy what you can when you can, and realise that you are not the sole important thing in the universe, this one dot which somehow is the king dot, the world, then I think you learn a lot. And that's something I've spent a lot of time thinking about today. I hope you found it interesting. Hopefully tomorrow I can tell you more about how morning reflection and other things helped. I'm also going to do the view from above, this recording that you're meant to listen to and sort of relax and enjoy. I'll try and do that tomorrow or on Thursday, the day after, and I'll let you know how it goes. Feel free to comment, and thank you for watching, those of you who've made it to the end. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.